Hey guys, today we're going to talk about being the scientist and the guinea pig. On one hand, you have to be the scientist in your training. On the other hand, you have to be the guinea pig. These are two different roles that you have to know, and you have to know when you're doing one or the other. As a scientist, you're looking for a method, a specific method, and you're seeing what variable affects that method. So let's say you're testing a specific supplement and you include that one specific supplement. The tricky thing is you can't include 5 different supplements into your diet and see if your performance changes based on those 5 different supplements. You're not able to pinpoint whether all of those. You find out that okay, 5 of those supplements work, but you're not able to figure out which one is actually making the difference. So it's one, maybe 2 things that you're including within your training routine or regimen that you're able to test and see if there's results. It's difficult because you have to be the guinea pig. That means you can't be testing multiple things at once. You have to be taking a look at specific things for a specific duration. So that takes time. The nice thing is you have your whole life to try those things out. Unfortunately, some of us have a finite amount of things. We have a finite amount of time for us to accomplish certain things, and that makes things a little more difficult. But with Jiu-Jitsu or something like martial arts, or it's a lifelong journey, you're able to experiment as life goes on, and that's something that I enjoy about Jiu-Jitsu. Anyways, let's go back to talking about being the scientist and being the guinea pig. So on one hand, let's say you're the scientist and you're going to talk about a specific diet plan where you cut out all of your carbs. That's something an element that you can control. And so all you're eating is fats, all you're eating is proteins, but you're not consuming any carbs. As the guinea pig, you're the one that has to do that. You have to follow through and be honest that you're actually cutting out all the carbs. While the scientist has the brains and is able to think things through, the guinea pig has to follow through with what the scientist has thought. And that's you yourself. So as you're cutting out carbs, maybe you begin to feel a certain way. You're more lethargic, or your energy levels go up. Maybe you're not able to sleep at night, or maybe you're sleeping really good at night. Those are things that you need to become conscious of. You need to be aware of, and you need to make notes of that. Maybe not physically writing them down, but you need to make a mental note that that's actually something that's going on as a result of adjusting that. Now, if you've changed your weightlifting pattern, you've changed your workout regimen, you've changed your workload for your career, then those are other things that you have to take into consideration. As a scientist, you have to understand all the things that have changed. As the guinea pig, you're just following through with what the scientist has ordered. But as a scientist, you have to take a look at the big picture and make sure there isn't other elements that are affecting how you feel or how things are going within your body and how your body's expressing that. So things you have to be very sensitive to change and what's actually going on. So let's take a look. Let's say none of those things have changed and it's just your diet. So now you take a look at your diet and you say, okay, I'm feeling great, but I'm not able to sleep at night. So maybe I should add some carbohydrates, or I'm breaking out in a rash. This isn't a good thing. I also think anything that relates to your health is something that you should you should consult with a doctor or a nutritionist, somebody who's been educated in the field that's going to be able to give you credible advice so that you don't do your body any harm. While it's fun to be the scientist and the guinea pig at the same time, it can be potentially dangerous if you're not talking with somebody or you don't have somebody that you can consult with that's going to give you credible advice. So be careful while you're the scientist and the guinea pig at the same time. Another example that we can take a look at is strength and conditioning. If you haven't changed your workout load, you haven't changed anything else, your diet and nutrition plan stays the same, but now you're looking to increase your strength, you might be trying certain things, right? Maybe you're increasing your deadlifts. Maybe you have certain things that you're trying to accomplish, so you start working towards something. there's different variables that are going to influence you in a certain way. Some people prefer not to be the scientist when it comes to strength and conditioning, and so they have a strength and conditioning coach. They have somebody who is the scientist in that area and is able to give you the best plan or workout structure that they know of through their training and experiences for you to follow through with. But at the same time, you have to understand that you are the guinea pig and you have to follow their plan. You can't be adding or changing things, doing less or more sets. You have to trust and understand that their plan is what's best for you. So that's another idea where you can leave up the scientific work to somebody else, and you get to be the guinea pig, just the guinea pig. With the diet plan, for example, let's say that you've made on your own. Maybe as the guinea pig, you start to feel a certain way. So as a scientist, you tweak things. You start adding some carbs in. Maybe it's fruits. Maybe the fruits make you feel a certain way, so you change it from fruits to vegetables. The vegetables make you feel a certain way, so you add a specific amount of fruits and a specific amount of vegetables, complex or simple carbs. You're changing things around. Maybe it's too many fats, so you have to change that around. You change that around, you see what happens. Maybe it's the salt. Maybe having too much salt in your diet is affecting how you feel. So there's a lot of different variables as a scientist that you have to be aware of. And there's key things or key indicators that might give you a lead into a certain road. So being sensitive or being aware, consulting somebody who has experience in that area is going to give you even more insight. With jiu-jitsu training, right? If you're training with, you're working on certain techniques, obviously, and seeing if it works in application, it helps to have somebody that you can consult with, like a coach, your jiu-jitsu coach, that you can talk with about how that technique works. So you get to be the scientist thinking about the moves, but at the same time, you get to be the guinea pig implementing them and practicing them. Your coach may give you some different advice. They might give you something different that you can work on that's going to make that move a little bit different. They're one of the scientists that you can consult with. But some of us don't even want to think about our jiu-jitsu until we're on the mat, and we want to leave it up to our coach to think of our plan, and we leave it up to them. So we let them be the scientist completely, and we want to be the guinea pig for them to experiment on. But I think it's good. I think it's good to have an idea of being a scientist or who the scientist is, and then also the guinea pig and what the guinea pig's responsibilities are. As a scientist, we're looking to control things. We're looking to see how those result, or what results show from doing those specific things, and we can evaluate what certain things influence big or little changes within individuals and groups of individuals. At the same time, some of us get to be the guinea pig, and as a guinea pig, the important thing is that we follow through with what the scientist, whatever prescription has been given to us. The guinea pig needs to follow through with that. Otherwise, the experiment doesn't work in its entirety. Keep training hard, be the scientist, be the guinea pig. I'll see you guys on the mat.